Hello once again, everyone. Original Blood Ace back again, and it's time for my review here, or overview, whatever you want to call it, of the Nintendo Direct that just happened today. Oh, and it's, well, how do I put this? It was mainly a 3DS Direct, to be brutally honest, and Nintendo did once again start off the year making some really dumb mistakes. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Um, so, right off the bat, we'll start off with the best thing right off the bat because we're going to go in order here. Even though it was kind of a tease, everyone was like, "Oh, is this Fire Emblem Awakening?" Or not Fire Emblem Awakening, Fire Emblem Cross Shimigami Tensei. And no, it was not. Turns out, but I mean, it's not a bad thing because it's a brand new Fire Emblem game for the 3DS. Didn't see that coming. I don't think anyone did. Um, by Intelligent Systems, but no release date. So I'm guessing just this year sometime. Um, so that's good. But let's move right along. Next, they showed a game where I don't know if many people care for it. Puzzles and Dragons Z plus Puzzle and Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition coming May. Um, I don't care about this. I'm sure maybe some do. To me, it seems like this was a casual shovelware title, and I thought Nintendo had steered away from that, but apparently not. Um, so whatever. And then this one again, the next game here falls under the same category, which is Pokemon Shuffle for the 3DS. It's a free game apparently, coming February on the eShop for 3DS. I don't care, really don't care. Um, then they talked a little bit about the Wii U. We're getting Wii Virtual Console, at least some games, like Mario Galaxy 2 apparently was coming to the Virtual Console today, so you can play it on the gamepad. It's not an HD port or anything, so, I mean, it's okay, I guess. I mean, you could have already played it with Wii mode if you had the game, but Iwata was basically making it so like, oh, if you never played the Wii games, well, you can just download it from the Virtual Console and it's half price or whatever. So, I guess that's something. Um, Actually, I suppose if you do it that way, you could at least play on the gamepad, and compared to if you play it with the in the Wii mode, then you'll have to play with the Wii remote and nunchuck. Punch Out was another one coming sometime. I kind of missed when he said it was coming out. And then the Metroid Prime Trilogy, January 29th, or was it February 29th? One of those two, I forget which it was. Um, so that's something. If you miss the Metroid Prime games, then that might be something you should get. And then more coming later, they said, but they did not say which games would be coming later. Then we moved on to Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, and they talked about the Amiibos, but we already know how they worked with Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. And it's coming February 20th. Now, I thought it was coming like the 13th or something. So did they delay it a week or something? Um, but whatever. Um, then this was a prediction that I actually got, which I guess some of the other ones was too, like, well, the Kirby one. But the Wave 4 of Amiibos. Robin from Fire Emblem, Lucina, Ness, and a few more, which I forget. Uh, so, yeah, those are probably going to get sold out, and I'm going to have to pre-order Robin and Lucina and Ness probably right away. Um, oh, and then they also did a comment about past Amiibos, kind of. They said, well, it was Bill Trennan that said this, and he said that Marth, for anyways, will be coming back in stores. So do not go out and spend $100 online for a Marth amiibo. If you have done that, then I'm so sorry for you. um, then they talked about Mario Party 10 and a second batch of amiibos that are not from the Smash Bros. Universe. Meaning they've called these the Super Mario amiibos, and it's kind of funny because it's like a second batch of ones that we already have. It's like a new Mario one, a new Luigi one, a new Bowser one, a new Donkey Kong one, uh, a new Peach one, a new Yoshi one, and the only surprising new one, which is the only one I'm going to get from this new batch probably, is finally a Captain, well, not Captain Toad, but a Toad amiibo And so these will come March 20th, and on Mario Party 10, these amiibos work with, and they basically work for an extra board mode um, called Amiibo Board or Amiibo Party or whatever. And they're basically those amiibos that you use are basically the pieces on the board that you walk around with. Um, and each character has their own stage. So, like a Mario one would give you, uh, there'd be points where you get mushrooms that make you bigger and whatnot on the board, and stuff like that. It's not bad. It's not a bad use for amiibos in Mario Party 10, but at the same time, I don't know how many people are going to want to go out and buy. They said 8 amiibos work for this, and buy 8 amiibos all over again because they revealed that you can use your current amiibos that you have from Smash Bros. But if you do, you have to delete the data from your amiibo on Smash Bros. Your friend or figurine player, that's what it's called, FP. Which I mean, they told us that before, but it's still a stupid thing to have happen. Because now you're like, oh, I gotta go buy another, 8 amiibos I already have, excluding the Toad one, I guess. So 7 amiibos I already have. So that doesn't help me in my situation for wanting to get Mario Party 10. Um, but anyway, let's move on. They did an update with Captain Toad, or there's going to be an update. Or I should say, on March 20th, adding in Amiibo support, which is actually only for the Toad Amiibo. And this was a huge missed opportunity. This was a fuck up. Like, this was so pointless. Um, so the only thing that amiibos do in Captain Toad was if you use the Toad amiibo, and it hides a little pixel Toad picture in every level that you can go and try and find. That's it. That's so useless. I mean, it's like in New Super Luigi U, I think it was, that there was like a little Luigi hidden everywhere. Um, and even in Mario 3D World, I believe there was some Luigi's hidden somewhere and stuff like that. And you couldn't actually do anything with those. You couldn't click them, you couldn't collect them, you could just see them. So if you can't even like collect them themselves, if all you do is literally be like, oh, there it is in this level, that's not good. There's no replayability in that. No one's going to want to play through every level again just to try and find a little hidden pixel Toad from, like, Super Mario Bros. 2. That's just a huge wasted opportunity, Nintendo. Huge wasted opportunity. Had to grab a sip of water there. Up next here is finally a little bit of good news here. We got some more Splatoon. Had a new trailer, which I was pretty sure we would see. They showed off that there's an online tower it's like a little plaza meeting area in the game where you can meet other inklings of characters around the world or players around the world, and you go into the tower, which is the multiplayer thing. And there's shops that you can buy shirts and shoes and hats and weapons and stuff like that. So there's a bit of customization. You have 3 weapons in one set. You got like a regular weapon, a special weapon, and I forget what your other one was. And the game didn't get an exact release date, but we got a month, and it's coming May. So that's pretty good. A lot of people were like, oh, it's going to come in the summer, like July or August. Actually, come in May. That's not too bad. A month before E3. Now, I don't remember if I predicted May in my video, but oh well. In my predictions video. But anyway, let's move on. Majora's Mask Hyrule Warriors DLC. Bleh. Don't care. Let's move on. Xenoblade Chronicles X. We got a badass new trailer showing off different environments. The music was amazing. And the thing I noticed about this was in every little cutscene that they were showing, well, except for the last one, but it was your character and you had 2 other people running with you. Now, I don't know if you just have AI guys following with you or if this is signifying multiplayer, like co-op. So they didn't explain it, it's just kind of there. So hopefully at some point that gets revealed. And they just said at the end, coming 2015, which, blech. That's what they did last year, remember? Coming 2014, and then it was pushed to 2015. Not that I'm saying it's going to get pushed to 2016, but Uh, they could have at least said, summer or something. Then we move on to Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Remember that game? Remember how I talked about that originally? And then they're like, no, 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 it's not a game, it's a demo. And then it was like, oh, no, it is a game. So it's Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars, is what it's called. They revealed it will be also on the 3DS, not only the Wii U, but the 3DS. Um, but like I said in my notes here, nobody really cares. Uh, Although the one nice thing, I guess, was if you get it on one console, Nintendo's going to give you a code where you can download it on the other one for free. So you get it on the Wii U, you can have it for free on the 3DS. You get it on the 3DS, you can get it for free on the Wii U. So I guess that's something. Coming out March 5th. Um, Up next here is, we don't know what the actual game's called, but it's for the first time that Namco Bandai is making an exclusive game on the Wii U. So that's something. It was kind of a really weird, cheesy teaser for it. They had like a guy, I forget the guy's name, some Japanese guy, of course. Um, he was in like sunglasses and like a suit, and he was all serious, almost like an FBI agent or something. And he was talking all epically, and he was just like, "We can't give you the name or the release date yet, but it's an exclusive to Wii U, blah blah blah, and it's a free online co-op game." That's right, an online co-op game, and it's free. Um, but we don't know really anything about it. There was like a really zoomed in picture, so of a screenshot of some sort, and some people are saying it's probably a puzzle game, but I don't know how why would you do a puzzle game that's co-op? Um, so I don't know. Um, People are saying that, and it's called, well, they're calling it Project Treasure, like that's its code name. So that's something. I feel like there was something else I was going to say about that, but I don't remember what. Oh well, let's move on. Then they showed off a few random indie games, and none of them caught my interest at all. There was no basically there's no Shovel Knight of this year. An indie game that really stands out. And then they showed off some Sega classics. Don't really care. Then Etrian Mystery Dungeon, Story of Seasons, and these are all 3DS games, by the way. And Fossil Fighters Frontier for March 20th. Don't really care. So like I said, a lot of 3DS talk, but don't worry, we're not done. I still got a few more things to go over here. Then Reggie himself came on to talk about the new 3DS. We all knew this was coming. So he didn't reveal a price, which is weird, but he revealed the new 3DS XL coming February 13th, which was what the rumors suggested with Majora's Mask 3D. But there's two things. First of all, we're not apparently getting the regular new 3DS, the small one, the normal sized one. We're only getting the XL in North America, which is stupid. I was already against the new 3DS in the first place, but I said if I got one, I would want the regular small one because I hate the XL. It's too big, and it doesn't fit in your pocket, and it's not a fucking handheld. It's just too big. So it's stupid that Nintendo's doing this. They're like, oh, you guys want the new 3DS, huh? Well, okay, you can have the big one, but not the other one. And another thing, which is not a huge thing, but it's still kind of a small little annoyance, is it doesn't come with an AC adapter. It doesn't come with a charger. What the fuck? So they're like, oh, if you can use your previous one from your XL. It's like, so if I bought this, I wouldn't have a charger because my regular 3DS charger won't work on it because the XL has a different charger. I'm pretty sure anyway. So I'd have to go out and spend like an extra 20, 25 bucks or whatever on a charger on its own. I mean, come on, Nintendo, wake up. They also revealed that it will have a micro SD card. Now, I forget if that's what the Vita has, because if it does, I'm just going to say no, 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 no. We don't want that. Yeah. They also said that there will be a February update, so next month for the new 3DS after it's launched to add Amiibo support for Smash 3DS, which I don't really understand that, but okay. So I guess the regular 3DS is just not getting Amiibo support, period. They also mentioned that the new 3DS XL will have slightly better battery. I'm like, slightly better? What does that mean? 1 hour better? um, then Codename Steam. I don't care, but they said that Fire Emblem amiibos will work in that game. Where like so, Marth, Robin, Lucina, and Ike will work in Codename Steam, and you get the actual characters with weapons from their franchise in the game. So I guess that's neat, but at the same time, not many people have a Marth amiibo. But again, they'll be bringing them back apparently. Um, they didn't specify that other amiibos will be brought back, but I think that means they will be. Um, Anyway, then I said in my notes here, yes, more Marth amiibos coming this year. Woohoo! Then Ace Combat, which I'd heard of it, but I didn't think I'd actually ever seen anything from it. It's like a flying game, whatever. I don't really care. They said amiibos work on it, like you can have a Mario decorated plane, a Zelda one, Star Fox one, and so forth, so on. Then the new 3DS Xenoblade Chronicles game coming April, so it'll be like, a few months after the new 3DS is out. It's not a launch title. So really, there's not much of a purpose to get the new 3DS at launch. Um, then they revealed a game from, did they say it was 3 or 4 indie guys, called Ironfall Invasion. It's an online shooter for the 3DS, and it's 60 frames per second, and it's coming soon. No release date. Uh, so yeah, I mean, it's a shooter, so it's like but I mean, it's funny how even the 3DS managed to get another, 60 frames per second, and the PS4 and Xbox One were having some of their games unable to reach that. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say it interests me, and I don't want to say it doesn't. It's something that's like, well, that's nice. That's all I can say. Um, then Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate they talked about. There's a. This seems really pointless, but they're like, here's a Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate 3DS XL coming out, and I was like, why would you tell people that? Who's gonna go out and buy that, and then literally go out and buy uh, the new 3DS? So it's weird. Um, there's a demo coming, and I forget if this is right exactly or not, but I believe they said the game was coming out February 13th. But there'd be a demo also if you wanted to play it. And then lastly was Majora's Mask 3D coming February 13th, which is what the leaks said from like GameStop and whatever. Um, and then they revealed a Majora's Mask new 3DS XL, and it looked good. So I mean, it makes me feel like, oh, if I were to get the new 3DS, I'd kind of want that. I hate Majora's Mask, but it's a Zelda new 3DS, and it looks good. Um, yeah. So the weird thing was, that was the way they ended it. It was just like, okay, well that's it. Bye. There was no Mewtwo trailer at the end. There was no Star Fox teaser, which I didn't think there would be, but or anything else. It was just kind of suddenly ended. Um, so we got a few things coming February 13th, which is the Majora's Mask 3DS XL or new 3DS XL Majora's Mask game. Uh, what was the other thing? Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, apparently, I guess. Um, was there one other thing? I forget. Anyway, that's everything from the Direct. Most people are like, this was a meh Direct, like an okay one, but it was way too focused on the 3DS. They're like, well, Nintendo's ditching the Wii U. This is the 3DS's year again to, reclaim it being the most dominant system in the world. Uh, but I don't think that's exactly how it's going. I think while this was mostly 3DS heavy, I think it was because everyone was like, well, we don't have anything this year besides Monster Hunter and Majora's Mask and Codename Steam. We don't know about any other games for the 3DS. So like, oh, what's going to happen? And we already knew about 12 Wii U games. So I feel like this Direct was just to be like, oh yes, don't forget, we have more 3DS games. Here you go. Um, and then as for the Wii U, they'll probably do one more Direct before E3 at minimum anyway. And that will be mostly Wii U focused, is my guess. So, without further ado, I guess, or not further ado, but let's wrap up this video. I'm Original Blood Ace. As always, stay tuned. More videos coming soon. Oh wait, actually one other thing I forgot to mention. Back with Mario Party 10, they said there will be Mario Party 10 bundles that come with that new Mario amiibo. So, if you're interested in that, you could get that. Anyway, I'm Original Blood Ace as always. Stay tuned. More videos coming soon. We'll see you later for more videos.